Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. I thought you might like the view of Jack napping. He's very happily sleeping away there. I wanted to pop in and talk about a couple of projects that's been going on and will be going on. You remember, I don't know if you remember a while ago when I used to do a vlog every month where I just sit in front of the camera and we'd visit for a while. Well, who has time for that sort of thing anymore? So I haven't been doing it for a while. So today I thought I would just do this. So I am working on a fun, big project. Actually, several. I have several going on. So I'm pretty excited that we are looking at fall pretty soon because that gives me the time to do these things. So what I'm working on, this first part I'll talk about. Right now I'm painting the frame of this little frame. I don't know if we're gonna stick with black or if I'm gonna paint them gold. I haven't decided, but I'm gonna start with black. So I am going to be painting a series of 55 whimsical paintings in these little pieces here. Dogs have some of this. Hey, that's enough. That's enough of that. Jack, stop. Woke him right up out of his nap. Okay, we'll move the camera. We don't need to look at the floor anymore now that he's there. Gone, I mean. So my sister's class, she has 55 kids in this year. And she likes to do a little giveaway, little gifts to them at the end of every year. So I think that's really sweet. And she has her kids throughout the years because she's a multi-language learner teacher. So she gets to see the kids longer than just a year. So every year she gets them a little gift. So this year I thought it would be fun to help her with it and make these little paintings because in her classroom she has several of my whimsical paintings. So when I started out painting, I painted for kids. I really enjoyed doing that because kids they just genuinely love to be loved. And so they just love whatever you give them. And they just would love art. So when my kiddo was in school and also when he was going through chemo, I volunteered at the school so that I could be nearby because the teachers were nervous about having him in the school being so sick. So they liked having me nearby just in case. Thankfully, we never had a problem. But I volunteered and I painted murals for the school. So I did a mural in the kindergarten hallway and in the library. And that was a lot of fun. The kids enjoyed every little bit and the different funny suggestions I got. So I did a lot of snakes, and that was very popular. The snakes were popular. And I did a gorilla, and they loved that too. But there were a lot of kids that suggested I should have a snake eating something, and I said that was too violent, so I didn't do that. Anyhow, that's how I started out the business, and then expanded to doing, little whimsical paintings, and mostly it was for kids. And then I grew into different stuff, and what I do now I love very, very much. But it's fun to go back and do the kid thing. So we're going to do that this year, and that equals to be about 8 paintings a month to get it done in time for when the school's out this year for my sister's class. So right now I am just painting the frames, and then I will start on the whimsical stuff, and I'll be sure to share that with you as I go along. I'm also working on a goal for myself to try to do 1 or 2 shows this coming year or next year. It does take a while to get. I've done shows before and then I just stopped because it was too much work. But I think it would be fun to have a goal of doing, a couple a year instead of saying, okay, I'm just going to do shows. But it takes me a little while to get all the inventory that I want to have available. Also, all the things you need, you know, like a tent, tables, signs, things like that. So I'm working on that, plus the place to store those things. So my front shed, I'm trying to get it cleaned out so I can store things for a show in that. And then I'm also working on a couple of big painting projects. I just finished the one that goes into our camper, the one that I upgraded, repainted, and that canvas is pretty beat up, so I think it's the last time I can do that. With that one, I'll have to start fresh when I decide to redo it. But that's what happens. I redo things a lot. And then I'm working on a couple of the other large pieces that I will have available in the show when I do a show, but I will gladly share the process with you. And then I'm working on some other pieces that I will be having put up in my website. I've been ignoring the website because a lot of busyness this summer and taking care of a garden. The gardens are quite a bit of work. Love it very much, but it's quite a bit of work. So I haven't been too focused on art. That's what happens every year. I do try to do a little more art during the summers, but it's very hard to keep up with that. And I really love just to get super involved in my painting. So, and that's hard to do in summer because I got to break it up a lot more. So I'm looking forward to fall because then I can do a lot more, and then I'll know by January if I'm going to apply for any shows locally. I'll know if I'll be ready enough or if I'm just partway there, and then the goal will be the next year, because you do have to apply early. You can't just jump in. Although there's a couple, I've seen a couple where they're looking for vendors, and so you know, I might be able to get, not maybe if I'm not ready by January and then I'm ready by the beginning of summer, I might be able to find a show or two to get into. But that's my goal this year. And that's what's going on in the art studio. I'll be sharing more stuff as we go further into fall, and I will have the website. The website is up and running. I just haven't been adding anything to it recently. I have stuff to put in there, but I just haven't done it because it takes time as well. So, but in the meantime, I'll just keep sharing stuff here on all the social media pages just so you can see what's happening. And I'm really excited about my little whimsical painting, so I can't wait to start sharing that. But I do need to do some of the frames first, and to be honest, I find this kind of painting very soothing sometimes because there's just no pressure, right? I'm just painting the frame so it has a frame. I don't have to design anything, and then I get itchy to do, like right now I'm a little bit itchy because I want to paint a little mouse door or something fun and whimsical in the painting. But for now, I'm just going to do this. Thanks for hanging out with me. I don't think I'll ever get back to that vlog thing where I sit in front of the camera and I just talk, because I just don't have time for that. But I will pop my face in here again soon. Just today it was more of a fun, let's just visit and watch me do nothing of any exciting at all. Sometimes it's good to just not do anything exciting at all. It's a repetition thing, and it's just comforting. Give it a try. All right, guys, have a great day out there. Don't forget, be gentle with yourselves. There's only one you. Love ya.